Hello and welcome back to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu and I'm here with week 3 of our exploration into forward fold postures. So this week we are exploring head to knee pose or janu sirsasana. In this pose we are going to sort of find some yummy movement and allow ourselves to melt into the posture, but we're going to do so in a mindful manner. So once again, I invite you to bring along a blanket or a towel to lift your hips up on, and also a strap or a belt. Those things might help you in this process, but they are not necessary if you don't have them or you don't feel you need them. Without further ado, let's roll out our mats and get started, shall we? I'll meet you there. Hello and welcome. Thank you for clicking play on this video. It's lovely to have you here. Let's explore janu sirsasana, shall we? So you'll see I've got my blanket once again folded up to lift my hips up. It's not necessary, but you might find it helpful. Plus, you're just giving yourself a little bit of extra self-care, so why not, hey? So come on down to the ground if you're not already. Lift your hips up on your blanket or your towel if you would like to. Let's send both legs out long in front of us, just like we did last week with our Paschimottanasana, our forward fold. Sitting up nice and tall. So once again, we're going to point the toes up towards the heavens, engage the thighs, allowing them to really engage with the earth, sink down towards the earth. Find that nice length from crown to tail. Finding that staff or that danda. Bring the palms to the thighs, sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades lengthening down the back body. Together, let's take a deep breath in and really tag some weight in the elbows. Allow ourselves to ground here for a moment. Then what we'll do is we'll bend through the left knee, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right knee, or the right thigh. Now, one thing I want you to be mindful of is your knees. So you don't necessarily need to hike that foot all the way up to the groin. You can allow that foot to rest by the knee or even further out. And really be aware of what's happening in your knees and don't cause them any undue stress. So find your placement of your foot, keeping the toes nice and active to help protect the knee. This left thigh sort of finds some weight and allows itself to relax down towards the earth, opening in the hips as much as possible. Then we're sitting so that we're facing the stretched out leg, the right leg in this case. Sitting up nice and tall, that thigh is still engaged, toes are still pointing up towards the heavens. Now, if you know that you have tight hamstrings or a tight lower back, once again, you can bring your strap into place. So this is going to be bus stop number 1. So you can wrap that strap around your foot, and then, mine's got Velcro on it, so it's sticking to me. And then you can use that after you sit up nice and tall. So everybody sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, and then on an exhale, you're going to allow yourself to start coming forward. So maybe this is your forward fold. Maybe this is your head to knee pose, and you're only here. This is beautiful and amazing, and I'm still getting a beautiful stretch in the back of my right knee here and in the hamstring. Breathing nice and deep. The crown is nice and long. The back is nice and long as well. So we're not rounding. We're not finding ourselves in a concave position here with the shoulders rounded forward. We're sitting up nice and tall, getting a beautiful, juicy stretch here. So this is bus stop number 1, breathing nice and deep. So you can stay here, or you can release the strap. Inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the heavens, really finding your length in all 4 sides of the torso, and then slowly bowing forward. So palms can come to the foot. They can come to the shin. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bring the palms to the mat. You can also interlace the fingertips on the foot and allow yourself to use that as some resistance to pull the torso forward, leaning the belly over the thighs and allowing the forehead to Come down towards the knee, nose towards the knee. Breathe nice and deep here. You've got this. Just allow yourself to explore it for a moment. Seeing what version works best for you. Making sure not to put any undue stress on the lower back or on the knee. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll slowly rise back up, walking the fingertips back towards the torso and finding our tall seated position. Let's take a quick moment to practice on the other side so we can even things out. Let's send the left leg out long. Maybe we shake the legs out. Beautiful. Maybe we find our seat again, sitting up nice and tall, grounding down through the thighs. Toes are pointing up towards the heavens. Then let's reel old right foot in. And once again, we're finding the placement of where this foot is going to go. So it's either on the inside of the left knee, or we can hike it up towards the groin, really bringing it flush with the thigh. So for me, this side is easier on my right knee. My left knee has a harder time being bent and in that compromising position. So we're allowing this right thigh to become nice and heavy, allowing it to lower down towards the earth. And once again, we can play with bringing the strap into play here and finding our janu sirsasana here. So we're lengthening up through the spine in any case, reaching through the crown. We inhale in. And on an exhale, we begin to explore. So we're using the strap, or we're bringing the palms to the foot, grabbing onto the foot, or to the shin, or to the mat. We inhale in, and we exhale to bow the forehead towards the knee. Feeling that juicy stretch in the back of the left knee now at the back of the hamstring. Keeping the right toes activated. And breathing nice and deep. Allowing the forehead to bow down. Seeing if you can keep nice length in the spine. Keeping that the mula bandha, that pelvic floor lock. And pulling back with the left hip crease. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll slowly rise it up. Find our tall seated position. Send the right leg out long. Maybe we shake it off. Maybe we bring the palms behind us. Just allow for some opening through the chest. Maybe you bring the soles of the feet to the mat and lift your hips. Just find a little bit of counter movement or reverse tabletop here. And then allowing the hips to sink back down. So I hope that this little tutorial helps you to access janu sirsasana with more grace and more ease. Once again, remember that whether or not you are in a live class or at home, take advantage rather of your props. Make use of them. Don't let yourself feel intimidated by those others that seem to be doing it better than you. Remember, they started somewhere as well, and some people are more flexible than others, and some people have had workplace injuries or are dealing with arthritis, or whatever's going on in your body is personal to you. So utilize the props as you need them and allow yourself to explore and have curiosity within the asana. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I can't wait to see you next week. Next week is our final week in this series of forward fold, and we will be exploring straddle, or wide-legged forward fold. I can't wait to see you then. I hope you have a super fantastic week. Namaste.